Good afternoon, good evening, curling fans. John Cullen here with you once again, live from the SGI Canada Best of the West. Tournament being held here at the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And we are here for the second draw of the ladies' action. Team British Columbia 1 and Corinne Brown facing off against Team Manitoba 2 and Beth Peterson. Corinne Brown is going to be starting with the hammer. So both these teams starting the tournament 1-0. So big game here this afternoon. The winner of this game will guarantee themselves at least a spot in the tiebreaker. And of course, will give themselves a chance to win the pool tomorrow. For those of you who are watching your first Best of the West game, this is the ladies' draw. There are two pools of 4. You play each team in your pool one time, and the top 2 teams in each pool advance to the semifinals. So certainly a big game here for both of these teams, looking to go undefeated through day 1 of the competition.
Not right now. Hard on the red, Rachel.
And Sam Fisher just gets that one to finish in time. Looks like both teams happy to blank this first end. So we'll see. You never know if this one is maybe not in a great spot. Corinne may choose to guard. And indeed, we will see Corinne hit that one.
They're looking more to me, but it looks like more.
We get a look here at two teams that were both in the Olympic pre-trials this year.
Kind of weird.
Corinne Brown with 2 chances actually to get into the trials. She was in both the direct entry event and the pre-trials, and unfortunately lost the final of both of those. So didn't quite make the trials, but of course Corinne, very accomplished curler in her own right, former Canadian junior champ, Canada Winter Games champ, Youth Olympic bronze medalist. And Beth Peterson also was at those pre-trials, but only managed to win 1 game there. So Team Corinne Brown has been a mostly familiar lineup, although it's been a bit of a challenge for them to get here to the Best of the West. And I'll walk you through that in a second, as we've got the team from the Kamloops Curling Club, Corinne Brown at skip, Erin Pincott at 3rd, Rachel Erickson at 2nd. She's filling in, and we'll get to that in a minute. And then Sam Fisher at lead. It was a bit of a journey for the Corinne Brown team. Their normal second, Desiree Hawes, is a accountant, so as you can imagine, April a bit of a busy season for her. So they knew coming into this event that Des would not be coming with them, and they originally had contacted Kristen Streifel to fill in, and then she broke her foot playing hockey, so Rachel Erickson decided to step up, and she's here filling in at 2nd for Team BC. Of course, you'll know Rachel for playing with Team Chelsea Carey, and she'll be continuing that next year as they announced their team with her and Jolene Campbell and Liz Fife. So should be a great squad, and still not sure what province they're playing out of yet, whether it's Manitoba or Saskatchewan.
We're all there. Wait. I'll just tighten you up. Same weight. Little more. Lead, yep. Whoa. Yep.
as we continue on
Fine
our
line between.
conquest to this blank end.
Sorry. Wait, was good. Should 10 hits.
So we get a look at another fill-in here, Laura Burtnick.
Yes.
She's filling in for Jenna Loader, who usually plays third on this team. Jenna, of course, is just a little bit over the golden age needed to play in this tournament. This tournament is an under 30 event, so Jenna a little bit too old to participate, so they've brought in Laura for this. Laura played with Darcy Robertson this year out of Manitoba. Darcy, of course, a former Manitoba champion. This needs to curl. And Melissa Kurz brings it over just enough to get it out of the house. So just squeaking that in there is Laura Burtnick.
Sorry,
Team Peterson out of the Assiniboine Curling Club. They're the Manitoba 2 representative here at this event. Skip is Beth Peterson. Talked about the third already, Laura Burtnick filling in for Jenna Loader. Second is Catherine Dirksen, and lead is Melissa Kurz.
Gave it a little. I gave it a lot, Pam. Line's good. Running like it's hot.
Melissa Kurz, a two-time Canadian junior champion, winning once with Beth Peterson, Manitoba junior champion, I should say, winning once with Beth Peterson and once with Abby Ackland.
Big.
And this Peterson team made the Bubble Scotties as wild card 3. You may remember they had a nice record, 7-5, just missing the playoffs. Corinne Brown also at that Bubble Scotties. That was their first, their second Scotties appearance rather. And they won a tiebreaker against Marianne Arsenault to get into the championship pool, but they also missed the playoffs. And then in 2021, missed the playoffs with a 4-4 record at the aforementioned Bubble Scotties.
Really curled, yeah. I just want to make sure you stuck it.
These two teams also very evenly matched on the World Curling Tour. Corinne Brown currently ranked 32 in the world. Beth Peterson ranked 43. So it should be an evenly matched game, even though this first end a little on the tamer side of things. Bit of a contrast to the end we saw earlier today with Braden Calvert and Karsten Sturmey, the first end with tons of rocks in play, but both these teams just looking to get comfortable with the ice here. Their first time on the TV sheet. Seen the sheet running pretty consistent. The curls from about the edge of 12 to the button, maybe a little inside of that, and about 14.5 hog to hog. So it's really nice sheet of ice here at the Nutana.
And change? Yeah. Be a little more than drop the button.
So nice little bonus here for Corinne Brown. You always love this as a skip when you're going for the blank in the first end and your opposing skip rolls out and gives you a chance to just get your draw weight dialed a little bit here. Only thing you have to watch here is, of course, you never want to come short and give Beth Peterson a chance to draw around it and force you. So it's really the only concern here for Corinne, but this looks like it's in no danger of that happening.
15. Stretch. Yeah, seriously. Or stretch.
Let's try to see that.
Yep. Yep. Hard. 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 Right up. Hard, hard, hard.
Can they keep it straight? They do get just enough of it. Does Beth Peterson. Nice sweep from Kurz and Dirksen. And so Corinne Brown will have a chance for the blank.
Yeah. 8.5.
So final stone here in the first. Corinne Brown looking for the easy blank. And Corinne will make no mistake. So we'll put a couple zeros up on the board, and Team BC will keep the hammer when we come back. You're watching the SGI Canada Best of the West. We're back here in Saskatoon. Blank end in the first. We'll see if Corinne Brown chases a blank here again in the second as Beth Peterson puts the first one in the rings. And she will indeed. So bit of a cagey opening here for these two ladies. Again, this could be at least somewhat driven by the fact that that's a very good shot from Melissa Kurz covering the pin. Just trying to get Sam Fisher to roll out into the wings. Sam Fisher and Aaron Pincott, both members of that Canadian junior winning team in 2013. And they'll get it out of the house. Of course, they were victorious over a name you might recognize in the final, Shannon Burchard of Manitoba, three-time defending Scotties champ. Corinne was able to beat her in the final and went to the World Juniors in Sochi. Sam's husband, Jared Colomea, making his first Brier appearance for BC this year as well. So lots of good things happening in that household.
Run it. Your line's good. T-line.
this draw not in as good of a position as the first one. We'll see if Corinne throws a guard here, and she will now indeed. We see this strategy from teams a lot more now, that particularly if the first rock is made really well in a scoring position, that they hit the first one and guard on the second. It's kind of the advantage of the 5 rock rule.
Halfway.
Line's good. Gotta sit it in line.
Halfway.
Line's good. Good spot, Sam.
So good shot there from Sam, and we'll see a guard here for Team Peterson.
Three. 2.5, 3. 2.5. Okay, line's good. Line's good. Gotta curl a bit. Gotta curl. Gotta curl. Gotta go. 3. Both of you. Go. Gotta go. Gotta go.
This will need to curl.
Go, Melissa. Go. Get to center. Go. Go. Little more. Go.
And that will leave the shooter almost fully open here for Rachel Erickson.
Be like nose. Let's try to get to nose. Half. Whoa, off. No. Hard on the red, Erin. Hard on the red.
And that will not quite curl enough.
Wait.
So it is still Beth Peterson lying one without hammer.
I like this way, or this is fine?
You know both.
I think I like this.
Yeah, we know it's better. 2.5. I'd like to go a little
Close. I think it's close. Line's good. 5, 6. Just fight the 4.
tough time.
No. Tons of fun.
This looks a little heavy.
We're back 12.
Yeah.
Big ad.
And indeed it is. Will it stick around? It will manage to bite in the back 12. So Beth Peterson lying 2, but neither of them really in a great position.
Do you have air?
So Corinne Brown get Rachel Erickson to maybe get a roll behind their corner guard here.
Sure. Got it. Whoa. Watch the roll. Yeah. Whoa.
And once again, it just doesn't quite curl for Erickson. She's got a bit more of a positive release, and this ice does curl a lot, but if you get them going, if you get them started a little bit, it can be tough for them to come back, and we saw that with both of Erickson's rocks there. So another opportunity here. Laura Burtnick can come around this center guard and apply some pressure on Corinne Brown.
A little light. Room or no? Full cat, easy cat.
And this looks a little heavy as well. So neither team really able to get their feet under them here so far. Quite a few misses on both sides, and we'll see if someone can exert some control here. Maybe it'll be Erin Pincott. Talked about this earlier today, but yesterday during practice, this TV sheet was playing a little bit slower, so the teams were very conscious of that coming into today's games. I heard from a few teams today, just talking to them in the lounge and stuff before the game. They were worried that the TV sheet might be running a little bit heavier, and I think it maybe got into the minds of some of the players because it has not been running heavy at all. It's been very consistent all day today. About 14-5 to T-line, as we talked about earlier. So.
Gotta sit for line. Make sure you're here, guys. Hard. Hard, girls. Really hard, girls. Fight the 8. Hard. Whoa.
And nice shot there from Erin Pincott. So it is Corinne Brown lying one with the hammer.
I don't hate it.
Beth Peterson might be able to see enough. We get a good look at that angle there. Laura Burtnick does have a little bit of that yellow, but they're going to try to run it here. Kat Dirksen trying to hold it straight. And they actually overswept it. A little bit too much power there in the arms of Dirksen.
I just straightened out.
Holds that one a hair straight. So unfortunate. Really good throw from Laura Burtnick, but doesn't get a result.
Like the bump? You can be a shot here or second.
Try and cross the hair.
So opportunity here now for Erin Pincott to really put some pressure on the team from Manitoba.
What you were giving there for draw to the button.
They'd be fine to just freeze right on top of this yellow or even tap it back a little bit if Erin can get to the inside of it around that center guard.
A little bit for line early.
Line's good. Line's not an issue.
Line's holding. Wait only. Wait only. Got a curl. What? Got a curl, Sam.
Don't want to be heavy here
Got a curl, Sam. Really has to curl.
with the line that they have. Don't want to set up a double. And I think that might have curled just enough to prevent the double for Beth Peterson.
Come over here. Just gotta come over here.
Get a look from the front, we can see.
Do you have that or no?
Yeah, looks like she she just can't get to the inside of it and stick,
I
but
think
she,
at least Phil's here.
as we can see from Laura Burtnick's gesturing, they can definitely get the one,
And then you can come
get it on the
here.
outside of it and get them both moving.
Yeah.
Just might be that it would drag back onto those reds in the back of the house.
It just might take the turn. Think so? I think it drag that way, but okay. You can hack for about like that.
So it seems like Beth didn't love that option. I think she's just playing like bumper weight. Just try and get rid of that back yellow and sit right on top of the yellow there. So important shot here for Beth Peterson. Wants to be sure that her shooter stays around here. And will stay around but roll off the top, and it's still Brown sitting one with hammer here.
What was that? Roll under?
You know, no, I don't. Not double. So?
If you roll hair, that's not good for the girl. Yeah, I like those. 10? Do you like that ice? So, well, I think you'll be pretty flat if you. That's got to move a long way, yeah. Right on the beak.
So Corinne likes the nose here. She figures if she hits it right on the nose, it's a very flat double for Beth, and she'll be lying 2. Can't roll out too far if you're Corinne Brown. That's the key here. And I think she's managed to stay for second shot.
Are we second or no?
Yeah, she's second shot, so pretty good shot for Corinne Brown. Maybe a little bit hairy there, but rolled to a really good spot. Beth Peterson's not going to have any other option but to try and hit and roll behind the yellow that's already in the house.
Is that here one? Okay. Okay. I didn't want to go over here, but come on.
So final stone here for Beth Peterson in the second end. Needs to make a very good roll here to try to force Corinne Brown into something tough on her last.
Whoa! Whoa! Never! Cat! Gotta go!
Do not want to jam those ones at the back. Oof. Just avoids complete disaster, but still going to be a pretty easy shot here for Corinne Brown to put her 2 on the board. Just needs to hit the 8-foot. We've seen that now a couple times. Rachel Erickson and Beth Peterson both just having those out-turn hits float on them a little bit, so something to keep an eye on here. Ice might be straightening out just a little. So final stone, Corinne Brown just needs a piece of the 8-foot for 2.
Mine's good. Full 8-foot. Looks like you gotta go. Hard.
Erickson and Fisher trying to get it there. Just need to bite that 8-foot. And a great sweep from the front end of Rachel and Sam gets the 2 for Team BC. They'll take a 2-point lead into the third end, but we'll see Beth Peterson with the hammer for the first time when we come back. You're watching the SGI Canada Best of the West.
Our roots might be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high-quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
Welcome back, curling fans. Continuing coverage of the SGI Canada Best of the West. It's Team BC 1, Corinne Brown, against Team Manitoba 2, Beth Peterson. And Corinne Brown with a well-controlled end in the second to put 2 on the board. So her and her squad have an early 2-0 lead here over the team from the Assiniboine Curling Club in Manitoba. But this will be our first look at Peterson with the hammer, so we'll see what they can do here
Really starting to go now.
in this third end.
Really starting to curl now. Really go.
As I said earlier, both these teams 1-0, so looking for their second win, which would guarantee them a spot in the tiebreaker. At least, very minimum would guarantee them a spot in the tiebreaker. 2-1 could just go straight to the playoffs as well. I really like the Saskatchewan dairy commercial. I learn something new every time. From Vancouver, we don't know a whole lot about dairy farming out there, so it's nice to have Sask Milk sponsoring this event and all the dairy farmers out here. I feel like I'm getting smarter every time. It's a beautiful thing.
Okay, that's fine.
So a couple guards out front here. Sam Fisher just looking to come around the whole pile.
Well, let it take a turn.
Yeah, back 8 right now.
13-9. It's gonna be back on its own, I think.
Need this one to slow down. And it will, but a lot of real estate there for Melissa Kurz. One thing I also like about this, I like the abbreviations we've got here. Pete Brow. I like to imagine that there's some guy named Pete who's in a enormous fight against his own eyebrows. I used to have to fight my eyebrows when I was in high school. I had just a vicious unibrow.
Line's good.
But you tweeze them for long enough and they stop growing back.
No, line's great.
It was pretty rough there for a while, that's for sure.
Line's really good. It's clean. Oh. Whoa, 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 it's coming up. There you go. Great shot.
Really nice shot there from Melissa Kurz. Of course, we saw her husband Kyle earlier today. Him and his squad. Losers to Karsten Sturmey in what was a real classic game. Lots of back and forth action. Sturmey played excellent and was full value for their victory in that one. We'll see both those teams later tonight. I mean, we won't see them on stream, but I will see them sitting here in the Nutana Curling Club.
Let it work. Yep, bump then, yep, straight. Straight. Hard line. 13-8. 13-8.
So opportunity now for Beth Peterson to lie a couple with the hammer, and sort of similar to how this looked for Corinne Brown last end. Not exactly the same setup, but just sort of looking like a comfortable 2 for most of the end. Certainly if Kat Dirksen can make this one, it'll start to look like that for Manitoba.
Whoa! Yes! Whoa! No. Anything, Laura? Go! Sorry. Wow. Then 11-3, still did nothing.
So yeah, we can hear there from Beth Peterson. It's, the teams. What happens a lot in these tournaments where there's streaming coverage available is the teams will watch the stream. They know they're going to be playing on the TV sheet. And the game this morning in particular with Zacharias was the Rocks were curling just a ton. Zacharias beating Fesser in that morning game, and the ice was curling a lot, and so the teams watch that and they say, okay, well, the TV sheet's curling a lot, and probably the other sheets are curling a lot too. And then, of course, when you sharpen the rocks over the course of an event, it can straighten out a little bit. I mean, it's still curling. Really nice shot from Rachel Erickson there.
Yeah, but she hums it.
Corinne maybe wasn't ready for the speed of that one.
Or that, but
Really nice shot from Erickson there.
it's in the 4-foot. I don't hate the run.
Some Saskatchewan power
Pretty
there.
Small scoring area if you go here. Okay.
But yeah, further to my earlier point, just sometimes the Rocks just need a couple games to settle down, and it seems like maybe they've settled down just a little bit now. And so that's what these teams are dealing with.
Should be fairly straight, I think. Yep.
They're just not, they're expecting them to just curl a little bit more. We have another BC Manitoba game out here in the women's doubles. Sierra Fisher and Taylor Reese Hansen of BC are playing off against Team Manitoba. Tober and Felius, junior team, 2 junior curlers from Manitoba, and BC's out to an early 6-0 lead in that one. So a good start for BC, who had a tough game this morning in their doubles game, and nothing else too exciting happening out here. A lot of 1 and 2 point leads, one point leads out on the sheets. Manitoba 1 and BC 2 are tied at 1. It's a 1 point lead for Fesser over Scherer on sheet 3. They're just up 1-0. And Skurlik playing off against Lorraine Schneider, and that's also just 1-0 for Skurlik. So pretty nice setup here for Corinne Brown without Hammer flying to and throwing.
Gotta curl if you can. Gotta curl.
Erin Pincott just looking to
Even high if you. Whoa.
throw a freeze here around this corner guard, but maybe calling an audible into a guard.
Thanks, that's good there.
Yeah, that's a pretty good spot there.
See on that? Yeah.
I think there's enough daylight there for Laura Burtnick to maybe make the double, but
Where is it? Three quarters.
Not easy.
Half-ish, 3/4-ish. That's the measurement. Quarter. What do you like? 9.5? Yep. Whoa, clean, yep, whoa. Clean, yep.
got to get by that corner guard. And they do.
Great job.
Great shot from Laura Burtnick. Fantastic double. And that gets them out of a little bit of trouble, at least for the moment.
Like that turn or go this way? Okay. That held good there. Oh shit. I wasn't sure if I could or not.
So Erin Pincott looking for a hit and roll, but this is curling a lot. Do not want to jam it on that back one. And that is exactly what they will do. So that one curled maybe a little more than they were expecting. Perhaps the inside out rocks are still curling more. But that really took off on Erin Pincott, and now a great opportunity here for Beth Peterson.
We are 1, right? I guess 16. Okay. Line's good. Don't look long. Little early. Okay, line's good. Easy line. Line's good. Stay close, Kat. No, line's fine. Line's good.
Sit, baby. Oh, it's faster. Yeah. Okay, good throw.
And that will get behind that corner guard, but a little deep. So
Sorry, I could have opened it.
chance here for Corinne Brown to
Ooh, that's fast.
negate a couple of those reds if she can freeze right on top of this one.
Maybe like 15 and a half here? Like this ice or a hair more? Pound more than last time.
So big shot here for Corinne Brown, her first here in the third end.
Line's good. Line's good.
Needs to make a freeze here.
Round. Wait, Oli. Round. Wait, Oli. Go down. Hard, Ben. Hard, Rachel. Line's good. 16.
Needs this to curl and needs it to get shot.
Oh, guys.
And they will do both of those things. Another great sweep from Erickson and Fisher.
Set up, like where she
And that's in a pretty decent spot.
probably corner freeze again.
You might have a double before.
Yeah.
Corinne would have liked that a little bit deeper, but
We could either, like, we can come
still in a
right
pretty
here,
good spot.
And then she's got to freeze.
Because even if you
Because
miss,
if we miss it, she splits.
I know she goes here. I have the same double. I have a double for
I
3.
like it. I don't hate it.
I don't think like you have a bit of it, but it's pretty thin. Hey, how much do you have?
Like none.
A quarter, she said.
You don't like just trying to push.
That's what I'm saying. Is we ever just do this?
I think that's easy. Like this is just.
If you tick, play it tight. If you tick, you roll in. And you
Yeah. Like down, like even back line. Way
I think hack because you're hitting it pretty thin. I want to try and be shot with this one.
Do you think you'll keep the shooter with hack?
I do. I think it'll curl up here. Like your 9.5 came out.
Yeah, you just need the third of rock.
Yeah, even a quarter, eh?
Yeah, no more than a third. Yeah.
Yeah.
Center line.
Center line. Yeah. Play it tight.
Yeah.
This is the run. Half. You won't do anything. You're hitting a quarter of it. Like that line, you won't do anything. It'll be close, but. And then if you're like we play it tight, and if you tick the guard, you're rolling in.
So they talked over a few
Definitely a
options
good one.
here, but they're just going to try and get by this guard and push that yellow out of the way and try to lie 2 or 3. And as we heard Beth Peterson say in the hack, if she tips the guard and rolls in the house, that's also not a bad result. So
Whoa, leads. Yes. Whoa. Whoa. Yes. What? Hard.
Kat Dirksen trying to get this by the corner guard. It is really close. And they got caught in between. If they were going to tip the guard, they needed to hit a little bit more of it.
Oh.
So
And leave a run. Do you want to come and like tap it?
Oh, good breath.
unfortunate miss there for Beth Peterson. You can see it on her face there.
You want to go there for a
Just tipping that guard.
or here?
Always the hardest shots to call, sweeping wise.
But do you not think we might just set up an easier double doing it this way?
Maybe, yeah.
Overbear? Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was going to kind of tap it onto here. Yeah. Just haven't seen it. Yeah.
Just like nose tap it? Or hair of an angle?
Yeah. Don't hit this either. Even if you're there. Yeah. Yeah, like if you're fine, like do that. Stand.
Couple feet more?
Okay.
Do you like there?
Yeah.
That's a hair less. That's a hair less.
So the concern for Corinne Brown here is you just never want to set up a double.
No, but do you like
Set up a double, and depending on where you set it up, you might give up 3. And obviously they respect Beth Peterson's ability to throw the big weight. So if you just come down to the yellow one, pardon me, and if you're just on top of it there, then it gives Beth Peterson the chance to make the run back and get 2 or 3, depending on if she's able to, depending on the angle, whether she could save one of those back reds or not, or sorry, both of the back reds.
it's a hair less?
And obviously, if you're trying to draw sort of the open side of the forefoot, you could also set up a double. So Corinne just going to come down here and just try and tap this yellow onto tap the yellow in the house onto the face of the red one at the back of the house. key here is you want to make sure you get to close to the nose of this yellow one so you don't set up a side-by-side double. And that will click the guard, and now
Okay.
I think that's
Does it go past this though? It looks like it's going right onto it.
looks like a pretty
Even if you kill it, it's 2, right?
pretty simple double. Yeah,
Unless
exactly.
it's coming back this way.
I don't. Well,
I think you're getting 2 probably if you're Beth Peterson
No,
here.
I'm fine either way. I'm just.
you can ever just over curl a hair.
This
I think
looks
you're
like it's
good.
going directly here.
Even if you hit it a little low.
Can try. I saw yours.
I mean, it's just. I think if you touch it here, it's fine. Does it look like it's going right into it? Do you have all of it?
Oh, I got air.
Then I think it's
And
there.
more, right?
And more. I think nose or hair low, you got it.
Okay. Okay, I know. Then it's going back onto the red anyway. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, we can come here too.
No, no.
Like,
So the only issue here, and I'll show you on the telestrator, the only issue here is that
held good.
if you come down here and you nose it, you don't hit it exactly where you want to. Oh, we can get rid of that.
I know that's what I'm saying, but
If you don't hit it exactly where you want to, then you could give up a steal of 2. Right now, you're only giving up a steal of 1 if you tried the draw for 1.
Okay.
But in this case, if you nose it
okay.
and it does go right back onto that red, you're potentially giving up a steal of 2. So that's the risk here, but I do agree with Laura Burtnick that I think if she can get a hair low on this, just by that corner guard, I think it's there for 3. So big shot here for Beth Peterson, chance to get some of those points back.
Yep. Yeah. 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 Woo. Yeah. Woo. 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 Yes. 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 Hide. Hide. Hide.
And she will get only 2. So was only able to get 2, couldn't quite get it by that back red, but still a great shot from Beth Peterson to tie this game up. Corinne Brown will have the hammer once again when we come back. You're watching the SGI Canada Best of the West.
Our roots might be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
So a great shot from Beth Peterson to finish off the third end, just barely missing the shot for 3, but still gets it for 2. And so we are all knotted at 2. And it's been really so far a story of whichever team has the hammer has been dominant. Corinne Brown in full control of the end where she got 2, and Beth Peterson for the most part in control of that end as well. It got a little bit sticky towards the middle, but always had a good setup and ended up getting 2. So we may see that strategy employed here by Corinne again. A pretty good throw from Melissa Kurz. So just trying to hit and roll into the 12-foot and then see if Peterson will hit it or not. Peterson does indeed elect to hit. So the rollout allowing Corinne Brown to put up a corner guard here, but unfortunately it slides a little bit deep, and so we may be on a one-way path to Blanksville here. So we can take a look at some of the other sheets, the women's mixed doubles. Saskatchewan, Kitts and Kleider facing off against Alberta, Rock and Schmiemann. They're tied at 1.
No.
Right beside them, it's Team BC 2. Kayla McMillan has a 2-1 lead over Team Manitoba 1, Mackenzie Zacharias. McMillan stealing in the third end there, so Zacharias has the hammer. They're playing 4. Beside them, it is Team Alberta 2. Marla Scherer has a 2-1 lead over Lorraine Schneider of Saskatchewan. Schneider with the hammer playing 4. Sorry, my apologies. That's Courtney Fesser that they're playing against. My bad. Then beside them, it's our other women's doubles game. Team BC still having that 6-0 lead over Team Manitoba. And then it's Team Skurlik that's playing Team Schneider, and it is still 1-0 after a few blanks there. And it is Schneider that has the hammer. Skurlik up 1-0. So a chance to lie 2 here for Beth Peterson and maybe get a force. And a roll out there, so.
I thought I took less, like enough less for that spot, but.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Cruiser out of the house. Yeah. Okay.
And maybe after all.
Nice 10 here.
Yeah. Going in fine.
So we heard looking for Rachel Erickson to nose this one. Last couple of hits, Rachel's floated a little bit, but they were out turned, so we'll see if she's a little more solid on her in turn here.
Whoa, off. Not big. Okay, got a chance. Take another turn.
And that'll settle in. Nice shot from Rachel Erickson, leaving a partial corner guard here. So yeah, you could hear the woe from Corinne Brown, and I don't even know that it's necessarily a case of how Rachel Erickson's throwing the rock. It's just a case of a team playing together for the first time. Obviously, it takes a while for skips to get dialed into their players' releases, and it seems like Rachel has just a little bit more positive of a release than Corinne is used to from her teammates. So she's just dialing into that one a little bit, but obviously Rachel ends up making the shot there. So I'm sure we'll see Corinne get a little bit more comfortable with that as this week goes along. So Beth Peterson electing to just hit this one and roll in the house.
Cat, you gotta go.
And she will make no mistake.
11-3. Good. Ken, just one of you look up. Make me look crazy. Is that hot? Come on. Up. Kenny?
Yeah. Whoa.
Clean. Breathe. No.
Whoa. Light clean. Yeah, Sam, clean. That'll work. Best of both worlds. Good. Nice throw.
So good shot there from Erin Pincott. So it's been a pretty busy year for Corinne Brown. They started the season winning the Leduc warm-up event and then losing the semis in the Saville Shootout, which is a very strong season opening event in Edmonton. And as we talked about earlier, had a bit of a disappointing pre-trials or Olympic trials season, rather, losing the final of both the direct entry event and the pre-trials. And then they went on to qualify in Red Deer before having a little bit of a disappointment at the BC Ladies Provincials. They were the #1 seed going in, and they lost a 3-4 game to Sarah Wark, former BC Provincial champion and BC Mixed Doubles champion. So it's been a bit of an up and down season for Corinne Brown, but they are sticking together next year. Obviously, Pincott, Fisher, and Brown have been playing together for a number of years, and Desiree Hawes as well has been a part of that mix now for the last 8 years or so. So they're going to stay together and keep curling out of the Kamloops Curling Club and continue to be one of the powerhouses in BC women's curling. As for Peterson, been a bit tougher of a year for them on tour. They've obviously had that pre-trials we talked about earlier. They only managed to win 1 game at the pre-trials, and they also missed the playoffs in Red Deer and at the MCT Championships, but had some decent results, making the quarterfinals in Morris, the semis in Assiniboine, and they lost the finals of the Mother Club Classic to Team Zacharias, Manitoba 1, who is out here curling at the moment. And then in the Manitoba Scotties, they had not their best run as well. Similar story to Corinne Brown, just not quite putting it together and missing the playoffs there after going 2-3 in their pool. So a chance for both of these teams, who are Peterson also sticking together next year, of course, with Jenna Loader, not with Laura Burtnick, but their squad sticking together next year. And so this Best of the West, not only a great showcase for a lot of these teams, but also a chance to finish off the year with a big win, get $10,000 in the bank. That'll help for next season, and really feel good going into the summer of training that these teams will have ahead of them.
Right on the beat.
So Corinne would love to stick here and not give Beth a free chance at a draw. And she will make no mistake. And so similar thing here for Beth. She'd love to stick this to force Corinne to have to make a shot for her blank rather than just being able to throw it through.
Alrighty. Yeah.
So final stone here in the 4th for Beth Peterson. Just looking for a hit and stick. And she will make no mistakes, so now it'll be up to Corinne Brown to peel this one out for the blank. We're going to take a short 2-minute break or so at the 4th end before we come back with the second half of this game. We'll also be live again tonight, our 4th game of the day. You can both watch a curling game and watch me slowly descend into madness. That'll be at 8:30. It'll be Team Hardy against Team Clyder. Little Alberta-Saskatchewan cross-border battle. Should be a good one. Speaking of good ones, Corinne Brown going to need to make a good hit here to secure the blank.
Whoa, it's floating. Whoa.
and she will make no mistakes. So we'll put another couple zeros on the board and head into the fourth end break, all tied at 2. British Columbia will have the hammer when we come back. You're watching the SGI Canada Best of the West.
Our roots might be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
Hi, I'm Mike Squires, and I invite you to come down to SMP and see why we're Saskatchewan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. We've been serving Saskatoon and surrounding areas for over 50 years. With over 400 new and used vehicles on the lot, SMP will have the vehicle you're looking for. We also have an amazing staff with hundreds of years of combined experience in sales, service, collision repair to help you with all your automotive needs. Come visit us at 715 Circle Drive East or online at spchev.ca.
When you buy a lottery ticket in Saskatchewan, your money really goes a long way. More than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups receive funding from Sask Lotteries every year.
Hello, curling fans. Welcome back. This is the SGI Canada Best of the West, draw number 2 for the ladies. Team British Columbia 1, Corinne Brown against Team Manitoba 2, Beth Peterson. Both teams at 1-0 and looking for their second win. And it's been a tale of 2 different tales here. How's that? I think that was the name of a Charles Dickens book or something. A tale of 2 different tales, but it's been 2 very rudimentary blank ends in the first and the fourth, and in the second and the third, 2 very controlled deuces for both teams, and that's why we have our 2-2 score up on the board. So we haven't had a truly wild end. It's been pretty much one-way traffic for the teams with hammer so far, so we'll see if that pattern continues. We've got quite a few rocks out front, so maybe it'll get a little bit more exciting this end, a little more rocks in play. Get a look at Sam Fisher there. Looking to draw around the pile here. Need to get by this top one. It's going to be close.
Roll it off, roll it off, roll it off.
And it will just nick the top one. But rolling to a corner guard, so not in a bad spot.
Still got room, I think. Going pretty wide. I don't hate more ice.
I had Melissa here for the guard.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah.
So opportunity here for Kat Dirksen to get around the pile.
Line's good. Six. Line's good. Close. Okay, close. Yep. Yes. Yes. Hard. Gotta go, Laura. Hard. You're by.
I don't think Beth Peterson actually knew that they were by, but she was. We're by. Yep, you're by, but unfortunately did slide a little deep. But Good shot from Kat Dirksen and great sweep from Burtnick and Kurz. And Corinne Brown electing not to follow them, just going to peel off these top two reds. And so she will make no mistake, although it does sound like Corinne maybe wanted a little bit of a rollover. But a good chance here for Beth Peterson to get two behind cover.
That's more. Really good, yeah. A little less.
Little early. Hard line. Hard line. Where are we? 5. Line's good. Line's good. All you. Yeah, you line. Hard line. Line's great. Line's great. Line's great.
And that's a very nice pair of rocks from Kat Dirksen. And it is now Beth Peterson lying two without hammer here in the fifth. Some excellent touch from the Manitoba second. So looking to run this straight back.
Okay, that's fine. That's
And
pretty good.
just off nose, pretty close from Rachel Erickson, but continue to be Team Peterson lying two.
She's like, I'm just going to assume they need to. What turn do you want? I feel like the end, I think. The yellow's not really my way.
So Laura Burtnick just being asked to put up the guard here.
Good. Whoa. Line's tight. No, not curling yet. There it goes. Yeah, Melissa. Melissa. Hard, Melissa. Cool, Melissa. Hard. Yep, yep. Keep going. Good, 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 good. Whoa. Good shot.
And nice shot there from Laura Burtnick.
Face to the nose.
Okay.
Or do we double?
Heel.
So Erin Pincott going to try to get them all here.
Whoa. Oh, whoa. Up. No. No. Roll up. Yep, yep, yep. Roll it, roll it, roll it.
So doesn't get the double, but does get rid of the guard, and Laura Burtnick will just look to replace it. This is the first time we've seen an end where the team with hammer hasn't been in control. Thanks to two great shots from Kat Dirksen, it is all Peterson all the time here.
Tighter.
Okay, a little more line. Easy cat, easy cat. Okay, got a curl. Got a curl. Got it.
Oh, easy.
Line's okay.
Easy curl.
Line's good. Clean, clean it, clean it, clean it. Good.
And another excellent guard from Laura Burtnick. So
I just turned it on you.
starting to be decision time here for Corinne Brown.
Good pair.
Or she might think about running one of her own here. Of course, the risk there is if you ever miss one of those, then
I almost
you're in huge trouble.
called a different shot. But it was pretty settled.
So Pincott gonna go down and take a look. It's always tempting to run one of your own in this situation, because then if you make it, you're lying one buried. But as I say, if you miss it,
The top one, Struggle?
then Peterson just throws another one behind their center guard, and you're in huge trouble.
You might stick around.
Yeah.
How much do you have of this?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Be tight on the shoe if anything, you think? Or I guess that might come there anyways.
Or we try it one more time.
If you can make contact in the house on that red, it's good.
We like. I mean, this is also here. If we get through the hole, or if we kind of skinny and make that double. The only thing is it might jam there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Might just come back.
You like one more?
Play like back 12.
What do you think?
Try back 12 through there.
Yeah.
Well, we have to move it a bit. but
Yeah, and then we'll have to run something on her.
Yeah. I like that. Back liner. You like that? Back 8?
Yeah.
Because this one, we have to move this one to be second.
Try and get to nose.
I had there for Sam for the draw.
Yeah.
Do you like this ice, Erin? Yeah.
So they're discussing a few different options. The first one was just to repeat the shot and try and run the red back and get the 2 off the button. They were also talking about trying to get through the hole on the left side as you're looking at it, or now the right side as you're looking at it. Trying to get through that skinny hole and seeing if they could move both the reds. And then if they missed that, they maybe make like a skinny double peel. But they didn't really love that because then it would jam that red center guard onto the yellow corner. So they've decided to throw a backline weight shot here. Just try and navigate this hole and just try to move those 2 rocks off the button. You're probably not going to get shot here, but just try to make the situation a little better than it is. So big shot here for Pincott. Has to get through the hole. Can't hit a guard here. Rachel Erickson trying to keep it straight. Gotta get by this center guard. Have to get by. They do.
Keep going.
And so pretty good shot from Erin Pincott, but I think they would have liked maybe a little bit more weight. Certainly they're not first shot. We'll get a look and see if they're maybe second. Corinne didn't seem too sure. Take a look here at that one coming in. Originally they wanted sort of back 8 weight. That ended up being more of a freeze. So we can see the overhead here, and I think it's red sitting too. Looks like it to me anyway. Our cameras are never going to tell the exact story, but
She's got all kinds of runs.
Yeah,
right?
this isn't.
that's what it looks like.
Either of these are
But
great.
she could go on to us.
Yeah, but this isn't going anywhere.
Yeah. But then she's got.
Yeah,
shots
no, I
on
know.
it,
I'm just
yeah.
saying that this is her shot. I think, yeah, even this is fine.
Hers went, I would say.
Yeah. Two of ours have done that, and ours have not. But yeah, only once you get that 4-foot line.
Like there?
That's what my
like
goal
max.
is. I mean, we'd probably rather be wide though, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, go edge.
You like just inside?
I think edge.
Okay.
Close. I don't know who's second. Yeah. Dang, I don't know. Yeah, it should be her. Yeah. Peach. Yeah.
So first shot here for Beth Peterson in the 5th end.
Line's good. Room.
Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa. Whoa.
Looking to follow Erin Pincott down here. Just worried about all the different run back options that Corinne Brown has.
Yep.
So trying to freeze right on top of it.
Line's great. Gotta sit.
Okay, maybe they weren't trying to freeze. Sorry, maybe they're trying to come a little bit lighter.
Just walked over there.
Pretty close for a second.
Yeah.
You want to do this? If you do that, that's fine.
Yeah, I guess might stuck in there. They're never getting that out.
Like this now?
Even that. Just going in.
So thin sticks the air rather than thin.
Yeah. Or you could do kind of the same as me.
So
What do you like?
yeah, if you hit that really thin.
I'm wondering, like, do we?
That's pretty thin, Aaron. Hit it across the face there is pretty thin on that.
Yeah. Like, do we kind of do almost what I just did?
They go here, we don't really have it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't hate this.
It's one of those team conversations you hate to have where you don't like any of the options.
Yeah, I don't think we.
It's your classic no joy team conversation where you go, well,
We put this and do that.
what's the way where we get screwed the least?
Let's do it. Sorry, you'd like this?
No, I'm just saying with the, like, if you hit this and you do this, this is this.
On
I don't
this
like
one.
throwing a ton of things, yes. Okay. How much are you hitting?
Just off the
So Corinne is just going to try to run this corner guard into the house and hit her own yellow back onto those reds. The pro side would be to hit the top red and sit your yellow right there, but
Just a 10.
really this is one of those shots you kind of have to make.
Sorry? Just hair high.
So probably the biggest shot of the game so far for Corinne Brown. Needs an angle run back to try and improve her situation. They've been facing two Peterson counters basically all end. And this is tight out of the hand. Sam Fisher trying to hold it. Nope. It will just nose that guard. So
Do you ever want to play the hole?
No.
Okay. No, that's fine. So we took there to get those draws. You want
so really the only thing Corinne Brown has here.
I don't think I can take enough. We've seen this quite a few times.
We'll get another look here. This is just
Yeah, I think that's close. Yeah,
Just
so
maybe-
on that side of it, like,
obviously didn't want to throw a ton of weight because you never want to take out your own yellow, but just such a tough read, such a tough shot, and unable to make it. So it continues to be Peterson line two.
No.
And really the only shot that Corinne has to score is to repeat the shot she just made. So Beth Peterson's going to try and put a
Okay.
cap on that.
I think
And
the
to be
size
quite honest, I don't know how Corinne Brown scores.
Yeah.
She might be able to get in there to cut the losses down to one, maybe. But that depends on where this Peterson rock ends up. If Beth can kind of guard both the hole and the angle raise, then I don't see a way for Corinne to not give up two here.
The high spot.
Easy line. Easy line.
Just the one. Line's good.
So final stone here for Beth Peterson. They have been in total control this entire fifth end. And now looking to put the cap on it.
Yep. Finish.
Corner freeze it low. Corner freeze it low. Yeah.
Clean. You're good. You're good.
And that is the perfect spot. Guards
Sorry,
both the
I'm
angle
not
run back and
Good judge.
the shot through the port.
I know, I threw one.
And the look on Corinne Brown's face really says it all. Not a whole lot of great options here.
Questioning, we were a little sus because you guys said 3 on my last one the whole way down.
So it's like too much weight, so it's ever.
Do you want to go like 13 then?
The hair high.
Or 14?
Yeah, just like back here, I think.
That looks close. sorry, back 8.
So Corinne is just going to play the angle run back onto the reds to only give up 1. That's the shot here. I don't think there's any way you don't give up 1 here, but you might be able to, if you just squeeze by that top red,
You like that, Ice?
you might be able to just move that back red far enough where you only give up 1. So certainly giving up 1 would be preferable to the alternative, but it's Corinne Brown facing 2 with her last in the 5th. And Corinne Brown will just come a little bit light. And so it was an end set up by Kat Dirksen, 2 fantastic draws, and those are the 2 points that score. They rode them all the way to the end. They're going to take a look here. Maybe it's closer than I thought. Before I just declare what's happening here, but looked like 2 to me from the overhead.
I felt like I threw more than that.
Still looks like 2 to me, but I have very poor eyesight. All right, let's put a stick on it.
Third person looks at it.
Here I am all ready to declare Kat Dirksen the hero of the end. I mean, she is anyway. One of her shots counts for sure. But we'll get a measure here and see what happens.
I thought it was my first. That's sister eyes. Where? Oh yeah. I just love just watching it on there. I'm on for the big screen.
The teams are just figuring out that they have the big screen out on the ice here that they can watch instead of actually watching in the house.
Okay, enough.
It wasn't at first.
So they're getting the same view that we're getting here. That barely moved. But we'll see if the red hits it here, which I think it will.
Okay.
Ah, yellow.
Oh, it is yellow. Wow.
We're red. Looks like red by a mile on the screen.
I agree with you, Corinne. I thought it was red by a mile as well. Thought it was 2 all end. Ends up only being a steal of 1. So it could have been worse, but it'll be Beth Peterson with a 3-2 lead when we come back. You're watching the SGI Canada Best of the West.
Might be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
Welcome back. You're watching the SGI Canada Best of the West women's second draw. John Cullen with you as we watch Corinne Brown take on Beth Peterson, and It was really a clinic in how to steal a point from the Peterson rink last end. Kat Dirksen making 2 fantastic draws, and they put one of those 2 on the board, protecting them all end with some wonderful draws. Wonderful draws and guards, and Corinne Brown just couldn't get that run back that she really needed to get control back over the end. So a steal of 1 for Peterson, but Brown has the hammer here in the all-important 6th end. We're only playing 8 ends here this weekend, so I'll give you an update from around the horn here in the fours games. It's a tie game between Zacharias and Kayla McMillan, 3-3. Zacharias does have the hammer. They're playing the 6th. Right beside them, it is Team Alberta 2, Marla Scherer up 4-1 on Courtney Fesser from right here at the Nutana Club in Saskatoon.
Hot right now, I think.
And then it is still Kayla Skurlik in the lead. She's up 2-1 on Lorraine Schneider. They're playing the 6th, and Skurlik has the hammer. And in doubles action, Rock and Schmiemann taking control over Kitts and Kleider of Saskatchewan. They're up 5-1, playing the 5th. Saskatchewan has the hammer there, and it is still BC in control of the Manitoba juniors, Tansy Tober and Stephanie Felius. BC leading that one 7-1. So we'll try and keep an eye on all the scores for you as we go through these last couple ends here on the feature sheet as well. And an opportunity here for Sam Fisher to get at this rock in the house, as the guard from Melissa Kerr is just not quite perfect. A nice touch there from Sam. So Rachel Erickson trying to get around the corner guard here. And she will make no mistake. Good look there, pretty much completely buried, though I think it's probably accessible for Team Manitoba if they want it.
That came off. Good. One to curl. Yeah.
13-5.
And that is indeed what they're going to do here. Try and chase this yellow one. So big shot here for Kat Dirksen. If she doesn't make it, it's opportunity for Corinne Brown to split the house and lie too. Laura Burtnick trying to bring this over. And just won't be able to. So exactly what we were talking about. Opportunity here for Corinne, and I don't mind this call either, going right around the corner guard again. Just a little more weight than I think Beth Peterson was expecting there from Kat Dirksen. And just really tracked there. And another big steal for Marla Scherer against Courtney Fesser. They have a 6-1 lead now. Marla Scherer from the Lacombe Curling Club in Alberta.
Got a curl. It's got
And good shot from Rachel Erickson. So it is still Beth Peterson sitting shot stone, but those 2 yellows looking ominous behind that corner guard for Team BC.
I guess he's hit with it quite a bit too. I guess that, yeah.
You have more of that than like Pat had?
Yep. Yard. Hard. Yep.
So Laura Burtnick trying to squeeze by this corner guard,
Go, Cat, go. Catch it.
and she will. Great shot. Rolls half buried behind that center guard as well. Really nice shot from Laura Burtnick.
Really good sweep. Oh my god, I thought we were in the guard, like out of my hand. I was like, I just dumped the shit out of that.
Really thin it down. You have to really thin
It really straightened out. Are we 1-2? Yeah. Okay.
So they talked about maybe playing the double, but perhaps a little worried about the jam. Aaron Pincott also can't see a ton of this red behind the center guard, so looking for just a hit and roll over. Got to get by that guard. They do. And a nice shot from Pincott. It'll be Brown lying 1 with the hammer here in 6.
10-5. It comes up at the end here, right?
So the key here for Peterson is just have to make sure you're lying 2. Obviously getting the roll behind the center guard would be lovely, but just need to lie 2 somewhere.
Whoa! Whoa! No! Cat! Hi, Cat. Hide your clothes. You're really close. Melissa!
And it just curled at the last instant for Laura Burtnick, so it is open, not perfectly buried behind the center, but they are still lying first and second shot without hammers, so not a bad result there.
What turn? 9-5?
Speaking of not a bad result, another steal of 2 for Schmiemann and Rock. Up against Kitson Kleider, Team Saskatchewan in the women's doubles. So it's a commanding 7-1 lead for Rock and Schmiemann. Obviously a powerhouse team, 2 curlers who have played together for a long time. Danielle Schmiemann also making the mixed doubles semi-final last year with John Morris. And Aaron Pincott just gets by the guard. She's trying to roll behind the corner guard, so you can see that over curled a little bit more than they were expecting, but Brown live shot, but it's half open here for Beth Peterson. But yes, obviously Kelsey Rock, multiple-time world junior champion, has played with Danielle for a while, who's also a world junior champion, and then like we said, has that mixed doubles experience as well. So going to be a very tough team to beat in the women's doubles, that's for sure.
That's where we got caught under the in that second. Yeah, you'd never be hitting enough to get it out.
We know the spot.
Yeah.
At the feet. Yeah, I like that. to set up a table. Freeze on it. Yeah, so it's probably going to hit the open side. But it'll still be second. Okay.
So Beth Peterson figuring she can't see enough of that one to go after it. And the thing here too is, and this is smart skipping from Beth Peterson, if you try the hit and you rack the guard, you're giving up 3. So this freeze here, yes, you're allowing Brown to stay lying 1, but you eliminate the chance of possibly giving up 3, or at least you certainly mitigate it. And if you make the freeze really good, it's going to be difficult for Brown to score more than 1. So love this call from Beth Peterson.
Wait on it! Wait on it! Hard then! Line 3! Hard! 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 Right on it! Right on it! Right on it! Second shot!
It's not a bad spot there for Peterson. They lie second and third now.
Good brush, guys. Sorry. Fine. Yeah, 53. It was gonna be, but it was room for a little slimy. Yeah, it was not.
So Corinne Brown just looking to hit this and try not to set up a double. That's really the key here. You want to be second shot, so she'll want to roll a little bit towards the middle. And that'll both take away the double and leave her second shot. So positioning the key here for Team Brown. So doesn't quite get the roll,
10-5.
but it does look like they are second shot.
It's okay. Don't mind how I'm throwing that out turn.
Wait till I get you like
Good judge. And then you want to go? I'll look with this one here.
I just 10.
Yep.
Yeah, like this would be like middle of the rock. I'm not thinking.
Yeah, okay. 10 just in the middle of the rock.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
game?
yeah, that's fine.
Just 10?
So Beth Peterson just looking to make a hit and roll.
Like the red tap there? Okay.
Oh, no, sorry, my apologies. I'm just trying to see. She said maybe the red tap. But she also called for takeout weight, so I don't think so.
Sorry, I just don't wanna. Yeah.
Guess we'll see when she slides out here, but I thought she was asking for a hit. Yeah. So just looking for a hit and roll. Would love to just get close to this yellow one in the center and make Corinne Brown's shot for 2 difficult.
Well, just clean it, just clean it. You're nosing. Just clean it, Cat.
And so this will set up a open draw for 2 for Corinne Brown.
To roll pretty big.
Surprised Peterson didn't maybe play a little more aggressively for the roll there. So if you roll out, it's probably the same scenario with Brown drawing for 2. I don't really know that she would have had an easy shot for 3 without giving up a risk of a steal. So surprised they didn't try a little more aggressively for the roll, but in any case,
That was a 10-5, so I'll throw the same.
Corinne's actually electing to hit and roll now. She doesn't have to roll too far, so I like this call. You can actually over-roll too and hit your yellow. You got a lot of room to roll on the inside. So I don't mind this call at all. So final stone here for Corinne Brown, looking for 2 in the 6th. Needs to get to the inside of this rock. And she will not. So it is just a single for BC here in the 6th. That could prove to be a key miss for Team Brown, but in any case, Beth Peterson will have the hammer when we come back in the 7th. You're watching the SGI Canada Best of the West.
Our roots might be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
Welcome back, folks. We're going to go right to the Sask Milk SGI Canada shot of the night so far. And it is a nice double made there by Laura Burtnick to get rid of those 2 yellows and lie shot. That helped set up the 2 in the 3rd end for Team Peterson. That's the shot of the game so far, Laura Burtnick. Congratulations and thanks to Sask Milk for that. So getting back to the game at hand, 2 teams at 1-0 looking for their 2nd win. And as we've said, the 2 wins will get you into at minimum a tiebreaker in this 4-team round robin format. So would be a huge win for either team here, and it's been a very even game so far, and that shows up both on the ice and on the scoreboard. 3-3, Beth Peterson with hammer here, playing the 7th, and so for Corinne Brown, it'll be all about trying to limit Peterson to a 1 here, and if you're Beth Peterson, you just try to score a multiple or get a blank. Just going back to that 6th end again, just tough mistake for Corinne Brown on her last one there. As we said, as I said, Beth Peterson maybe playing the end a little defensively. Didn't go super hard to put a ton of pressure on Corinne with her last one. I mean, obviously she would have loved to roll into the middle, but still played the end fairly defensively, gave Corinne a pretty easy shot for her 2 and just couldn't make it. So we'll see if that matters.
I think it's too tight to come down.
Obviously, Team Brown will be trying their best to make sure it doesn't.
Whoa, no. Close, yep. Yeah! Point, right to it, Laura. Keep it there. Go.
So playing the tick here is Melissa Kurz. And
Okay, that's fine.
she makes it very nicely. So good shot there from the lead for this Beth Peterson rink.
Or guard. Guard? Yeah.
Both these teams with fill-in players this weekend. Laura Burtnick filling in for Jenna Loader due to the fact that, you know, don't like to talk about a woman's age, but Jenna is over 30, so Laura filling in for her this week. And Rachel Erickson filling in for Corinne Brown. We're getting a look at her right now.
Aaron, hard line. Hard, Aaron. Get it over there, Aaron. Hard.
And as I said, this was a bit of a last-minute call for Team Brown. Originally, Kristen Streifel was going to be filling in for them, and then she broke her foot, so she wasn't able to play, and Rachel was able to answer the call, and she had a great game, been a good fit for this Team Brown. She just looked at me. I feel like she knew I was talking about her. Just sitting above the sheet. Don't worry, Rachel. Only good things. I am a little jealous, though. Rachel has a BC jacket. I don't know if she's ever even visited British Columbia. I curled out of BC for 20 years, and I don't have one.
So many different options.
Wow. Great feat of strength there from Beth Peterson, running over and protecting that rock in the side of the 12-foot. And nice shot there from Kat Dirksen.
Just, yeah, no, that was my bad. Great weight.
So, it just does nothing there.
Oh, I thought you had that. This.
Still lots of room. Curl, curl. Oh, gotta go for weight. Go for weight first.
So Rachel Erickson trying to guard the shot stone here. That one yellow in the 12-foot might be sort of the saving grace for Team Brown, and that will prevent Beth Peterson from blanking this end. That would be the worst case scenario if you're Team Brown. Well, I mean, other than, like, you know, Beth Peterson getting an 8-ender. I mean, I guess that would be a worse scenario, but in the realm of likely scenarios, you probably don't want to give up a blank here, so nice that they've got that kicker over there.
Play it tight. Kind of weight you like here? Yeah, I'd like to kill this. Yeah.
You got it. Curls up here.
So Kat Dirksen trying to play the short red run back here, but that is over curling. So plan B, get rid of the center guard, which
Right out.
certainly no problem.
Just want to make sure that's not curved. That's fine, Kat. Good throw.
Like it again?
Yeah. 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 This is a hair less than Rachel's.
So making the guard here a little bit more important on this shot than it was on the last one. As we get a little deeper into the end.
Mine's good. Where? Hard then.
Hard for weight. Go for weight. Hard, girls. Push.
And
Good sweep.
that is unfortunate. So opportunity here for Laura Burtnick to just make this short, straight run back. And we've got a couple finals out here. It was Alberta's doubles team, Schmiemann and Rock, 7-1 winners over Kitts and Kleider. Oh, actually, sorry. I thought they were off the ice, but they're not. They're still playing, my apologies. So they're still going. I'll give you a score update on that one when I have it. But we do have a final in the fours. Marla Scherer, 6-1 winners over Courtney Fesser.
Sorry.
It's actually
10-7.
Shaylin Kitts and Maddie Kleider getting 2 in the 6th, so that game is still going. Schmeeman Rock up 7-3 with the hammer. They're playing 7.
Or do you like that?
Looks like a jam.
And we have still a dominant lead for BC in the women's doubles, up 8-1 on Team Manitoba. And Kayla Skurlik up 4-1 on Lorraine Schneider in their game.
9-5.
Schneider has the hammer. They're playing 7.
I think you can stick it.
And Team BC stealing 1 in the 6th end against Zacharias. So Kayla McMillan with a 1-point lead over the team currently ranked 13th in the world, Mackenzie Zacharias. That would certainly be an upset were it to happen.
Yep, yes.
McMillan currently ranked 55 in the world, so
Really has to go.
would be a big win for them.
Okay. Yep, see you now.
Did I get 3-2? No. Wait, this is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
How much room?
A broom.
Okay.
You can do this, but no, I think it's one too early. You gotta be in the white.
You guys like that? I don't think she does.
Do you want to talk about it or you like it?
I like it.
Okay.
So you
9.
could just draw here, lie 2, but Peterson a little bit worried. Again, you don't make the draw, and
Is that good 10 in the last?
it's a chance for Team Brown to lie 3, and you're probably getting forced, which you don't love if you're Peterson. So playing the hit here, the hit does also increase the chances of maybe bringing your back red into play,
Whoa!
which could also help you score 2.
Yes! Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Go, go, go. Great shot.
Wow, and they call the audible for the double, and
Yeah, you're in.
they got it. Wow. Great shot from Laura Burtnick, and it now does look like Beth Peterson sitting 3 with the hammer.
High on this side.
We called the shot of the game a little too early. This one gets over here and just sits on the house. Great shot from Laura Burtnick, and now
You're high.
Corinne Brown has to make this double.
9-5. Yeah.
So big shot here for Corinne Brown. Her first in the 7th without hammer, facing 3. Needs to get the double here, and this is curling a lot. And she will not get it, so chance once again for Beth Peterson to lie 3.
10? Yeah, it's right here, right? We haven't seen it coming this way. But I think in? No? No, I don't think it's not hit.
No, yeah, okay.
I mean, that way, yeah, I know. Just 10. Didn't fluff away. Yeah, we haven't really seen any hits here. Not that I've known. Not that I can remember, at least, but. Alrighty, 10.
Cannot jam this if you're Beth Peterson. the only thing you can't do. Can the sweepers hold it? And Beth Peterson's reaction tells you more than I ever could.
That was a tragic event.
Yep, she said it was a tragic event, and I mean, I don't know if it was
Sorry, guys.
as tragic as it could, as other events could be, but certainly in the context of this game, that's an unfortunate miss.
Oh, I thought you just were going to miss it.
High five, stay wait. That back one.
So nothing Corinne can really do here other than concede the 2.
High five.
Just have to make this red one go away. So now if you're Beth Peterson, interesting call. You could peel out your own and take hammer into the last end, but she doesn't even consider that. She's going to score 2 instead. Just going to make sure that one's on the house first, but it's pretty clear. You can see from that side angle there that it's on the rings. I would imagine the percentages being up to, without, or tied with are roughly the same, so really a preference, and I think my preference is always to be in the lead. So Beth Peterson just needs to hit paint, and she will take a 2-point lead into the 8th. Needs to hit paint. Needs to hit paint. Can the sweepers get it there? Dirksen, Kurz, Burtnick even, all contributing to the cause, but they get it there. That was almost a much more tragic event for Beth Peterson, but in the end, puts the 2 up on the board, and she will take a 5-3 lead in the 8th, but Corinne Brown will have the hammer when we come back. You're watching the SGI Canada Best of the West.
When you buy a lottery ticket in Saskatchewan, your money really goes a long way. More than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups receive funding from Sask Lotteries every year.
Welcome back, curling fans. John Cullen with you here, live from the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
I think they're there.
We are watching a battle of 2 undefeated teams here. Manitoba 2, Beth Peterson against BC 1, Corinne Brown. It's been a back and forth game, but it has been the story of the second half. Beth Peterson and her rink have really been in control in the second half of this game, and they lead 5-3 here playing the 8th. Corinne Brown will have the hammer and looking to at least get this to an extra.
Line's a little tight. Line's okay. Easy.
Lorraine Schneider just missing a shot for 2 in her game, so it is Kayla Skurlik who will take a 2-point lead into the 8th. They lead 4-2.
Hey, good spot. Nice touch.
Yeah, he's nice, Mom. But yeah.
And Mackenzie Zacharias blanking the 7th end against Team BC2 Kayla McMillan. So Zacharias will be down 1, but will have the hammer coming home.
More? Oh. Pause.
So Melissa Kerr is just looking to get a guard up here.
Mine's good. Doesn't need the curl. Does not need the curl. You're overcurling. You're overcurling. You're overcurling. You're overcurling. No. Okay. Tough one. How much we could have done?
And just over curls a little bit there. So bit of an opening here for Corinne Brown potentially. They're going to throw up another corner guard though. Sam Fisher having a nice game so far.
Just over.
Had a couple misses early, but
So if you can.
she's been great since then.
Okay, just let it die.
And makes another very good guard. So
There, Sam.
good start here for Team BC. Of course, with the 5-rock rule, 3 is not out of the question in this type of scenario. But of course, Brown just focused on 2 usually in this instance.
Easy line right now. Okay, you're still on, but you're okay now. Go then. Hard, both of you. Hard, go. Hard, Laura. Hard, Laura. Keep it there. Go hard. Hard. Okay, that's fine.
So a little light there from Kat Dirksen. Beth Peterson wanted that in the top 12.
Get one around or peel.
That double feels pretty wired. I don't mind this first. Yeah, and then feel on your neck. Okay.
So Corinne Brown talked about peeling, but I think you need to make sure you get a rock in the house here first, and that seems to be what they've decided on as well. So Rachel Erickson just looking to come around all of these.
Sam's close all day. Sam is close. Got a curl a mile. Hard. Really got to curl. Really got to go, Sam. Really got to go, Sam. Keep on. Great sweep.
Good shot from Rachel Erickson, but it does look like it is open for Kat Dirksen. Can probably see almost half of that from the hack.
I can't hear you. Play tight.
So they are going to chase after it. Obviously, clicking one of the guards isn't the end of the world here.
Whoa. Oh, gosh.
Clicking 2 of the guards, however, maybe not as good.
Okay.
So this will open it up for Rachel Erickson here.
Try to get up to nose. Back line. Sure. Does that look close? Let's go. Whoa, it's got a curl. Whoa. Aaron.
less weight than they were hoping for there. And it looked like it maybe caught a flat spot or something, really took off. So now if you're Beth Peterson, what do you do?
I don't love this. Oh, you're all here. First thought was freeze, Beth. Yeah, I don't mind that either. I was just lining it out. I wasn't calling it. Like, I like right in the pocket if I can. I like it. You know the spot. Even if I stop high, that's fine. Yeah, go right to it. Okay. Speed still good, you think? We're going to be crossing center. Okay. More important, we get the line here anyways.
So looking like they've elected to guard here. And it's a dangerous proposition with a couple Team Brown rocks hanging out in the rings.
Still hot. All there right now for line. Close for line. Where? Hard line. Hard line. Wait only. Okay, go then. Line's good. Line's great. Line's perfect. Go. Got it. 12. You're close, Cat. Go, Cat. Go. Go, Cat. Go. Good.
So a bit of an in-house guard there from Laura Burtnick, maybe a little further in than they wanted it. But it's still only Peterson sitting one here.
Just breaking at center there.
Get something moving. Like 3/4 line.
Oh yeah, just like walking across the line, yeah. Like she was saying, we had room.
So double peel here for Erin Pincott, and if you could catch that red one in the house, that'd be a added bonus.
Make sure we can get to it.
You heard Erin Pincott in the hack. Got to make sure we get 2 at least. And that's the thing. Sometimes when the end sets up like this and you maybe got some rocks in the house and you think, oh, we might get 3, you lose sight of just trying to get 2.
Pretty good, Aaron. That's great.
Not a bad shot there from Erin Pincott. It is Peterson lying 2, but there's nothing in the middle now. And that one yellow is buried forever.
That was my first thought, yeah.
I just worry if you tap it here, Laura.
This tee? No, I'm just saying if you tap, you don't have much space that's good to tap it to. Sorry? Like if I do this? Sure, I like that, I think. You can roll here. And that stops if they make this. We're still 1-2. I like sitting 3. So, like, yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying if you bite the white, that's pretty good. Okay. I don't hate the
What
draw
turn do
either.
you like? Think this way, hey?
Yeah.
10?
Not the out. Okay, we haven't really seen this, but I think it'll curl.
So they talked about maybe raising up one of their own reds, but instead electing to hit this yellow and lie 3.
No.
Whoa.
Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Clean. Whoa. No. Clean. Yep. Let him. Whoa. Sit down. Ooh, good shot.
And lie 3 they will.
11.
So not too many rocks left here for Team Brown to make 2 happen. Almost have to get rid of 2 here. We do have another final, Schmiemann and Rock, the Alberta women's doubles team. We're
Roll first.
victors over Saskatchewan, Kitts and Kleider, putting up another 2 in the 7th. That was a 9-3 final. So that'll move Rock and Schmiemann to 2-0. They'll play Team BC tomorrow. Team Manitoba will play Team Saskatchewan. Gotta get that out.
I think we're good.
And yep, that is out far enough. So it is now BC lying 2 and 3. So decision time for Peterson here. She could do that. So she could draw to that spot and lie 2. Force Corinne into a really tough double. She could play the yellow run back. If she makes that, it's game over. But if she misses that, it's also game over.
A little. Haven't thrown it much there. Yeah.
So electing to draw here, and needless to say, biggest shot of the game here for Beth Peterson. Needs this to both be in a spot where it's second shot and also a spot where Corinne Brown can't make a double on it. She probably would like to almost put this on the tee line or just back tee line. Just to the left of this red stone as you're looking at it.
What is that? Oh, I'm bleeding.
Oh, Beth Peterson is bleeding. She was like, what is that on the ice? Oh, it's my own blood. I think she's going to be okay, though. So first stone here for Beth Peterson in the 8th. Needs to get second shot.
Goal line. Becky. Line's good. You need a tick? Where? Yep, Justin.
This looks heavy.
Hard. Hard.
Do not want to leave a double if you're Beth Peterson.
Yep. No.
And that's a pretty academic double, I believe. Just a little heavier than they wanted. They tried to play the tick, but unfortunately got a little bit too much of that red and have now set up a double. So another big shot here for Corinne Brown. If she can make this, she's lying 3, and it puts the W on the table. Corinne Brown looking for a double. No mistake. And it is BC lying 3, down 2. So big shot here for Beth Peterson. Needs to roll behind this pile. Again, a reminder, you can join us for continuing coverage of the Best of the West.
No, I know.
We'll be back at 8:30 local time, which is 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. It'll be Team Jeremy Hardy against Team Ryland Kleider.
Okay.
Should be a good tilt. Kleider with a big win over Colton Lott earlier today, and Jeremy Hardy were upset losers to BC2, Matthew McCready, so they'll be looking to get on the board. But back to our game at hand here, and
Like this.
This is all about placement here. Beth Peterson has to make a roll here. Can't roll too far. Can't nose it. It's really a shot for the win. If she can get this roll buried, Corinne Brown will very unlikely have a shot. But if she does not get that shot buried, or if she rolls out, then it'll be a win for Team BC. So huge shot here. Beth Peterson, final stone in the 8th. This is curling early. Dirksen trying to hold it. And she is not going to get that roll. And so it is an open hit for Corinne Brown for 3 and the win. Just an 8th end where Peterson was chasing the entire time. And just couldn't make that shot to really seal the deal. So final stone here in 8. Corinne Brown needs a hit and stick to move BC to 2-0 and guarantee themselves at least a tiebreaker. Erickson on it right away. But Brown will make no mistake, and so a huge 8th end puts 3 on the board and a 6-5 win for BC1. That'll drop Beth Peterson to 1-1. Corinne Brown will move to 2-0. We'll be back here in an hour and a half with continuing coverage of the men's draw. Thanks for joining us here on the Curling Canada and Curling Zone YouTube pages. For everyone here, I'm John Cullen. We'll see you in a little bit. Goodbye.